Hi, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Who's Hiring. My name is Bridgett Nobili, and I'm a career coach here at the Career and Professional Development Center. And I am so excited today to have Terri Taylor, who is from the Washington Greene County Job Training Agency. And in a previous life, Terri was my supervisor. So I'm so excited to have her here today because not only is she amazing, but the organization that she works for is amazing. And I'm excited for you all to learn more about it. So Terri, please introduce yourself.
Hello. Yes, and Bridget was one of our case managers at the Washington Greene Job Training Agency, and she was fabulous. And so
Thank you.
It's really great having this time to spend with Bridget and catch up on all of everything she's been doing at Cal U. She's a great person. And so my name is Terri Taylor, and I'm the EARN Program Supervisor for the Washington Greene Job Training Agency. And just to give you a little background about myself, I received my bachelor's degree from Waynesburg University, and then I went to Cal U University for my master's in counseling. So I'm very familiar with Cal U and all of the students down there, and I think very highly of anyone that comes out of the university. And we've had some really good interns in the past. So I'm really excited to be back in promoting this internship again.
Great. Thank you so much. And that's right. We've had so many interns that you have hosted and they've gotten really fantastic experience. So I'm excited to delve into that here in a little bit. So you mentioned that you are a Waynesburg grad and a Cal U grad, which is great. So tell us a little bit more about your career path, how you started and how you got to the point where you are now.
Okay, so after I graduated from Cal U with my master's, I dabbled in different industries. I worked as a counselor in the mental health industry. I worked as a counselor in drug and alcohol. I just wanted to make sure that I had skills in every part of the counseling field. So, and then eventually I ended up here at the Washington Greene Job Training Agency. And I also worked with the elderly as well. So I had a lot of experience. So it is important to go to different areas of the field just to see where your expertise might be, because you never know that you just might have a passion for a certain group of individuals or certain population. And I found mine at the Washington Greene Job Training Agency. As soon as I started here, I have to admit, when I first started my job at Washington Greene Job Training 24 years ago, I said to my boyfriend at the time, which now is my husband, I'm going to give it 2 years and then I'm going to move on to something else. I've been here 24 years because I love it and I love the population that we serve. I love the program that we have because it builds skills and it helps people meet their goals, and it just gives me that internal gratification that I want in my life. So it might be something for one of you.
Great. And I love hearing that, in your career path, you had all these different types of experiences. So how do you think those experiences helped you in that role with Washington Greene, especially now? Because now, can you tell us your job title and what you do now?
Yes, as the EARN Program Supervisor, all of those experiences help me when I serve the customers that we have now, because that gave me the background and the knowledge in serving customers with mental health issues, customers with drug and alcohol issues. Maybe someone has a family member that's aging and they need some services. I know where to refer them out to. I know how to outreach and get them to where they need to go a little faster than maybe someone that didn't have that background. So the more knowledge you can get, the better you will be at your job that you find that passion in.
Mm-hmm. That's a great point. The more knowledge that you have, definitely is, or it's kind of like a building block, in your career, and helps you in other, facets in your career path. So you mentioned before that you've hosted internships, interns from Cal U, and it's worked out very well. And you currently have an internship available. So tell us a little bit about the internship opportunity that you have available, what it would all entail, and what type of candidate would be best suited for it.
Okay. The internship that we have right now is currently they would help facilitate in our self-improvement class. And so at the Washington Greene Job Training Agency, just to tell you a little bit about the program, it is a program to help individuals towards self-sufficiency. And what that means is they go to the county assistance office or the welfare office, and they receive some funding, and then they are brought over to our office and we help them with employment. But there's so many things that occur before that employment goal. We have to maybe solve some barriers to employment, like I was talking before, the drug and alcohol, domestic violence, but also there's small things like soft skills, and that's the more of the internship. So it's helping with the soft skills class and teaching and motivating individuals to keep learning the soft skills that they need to achieve, to reach their goals. So really, your internship is more of a role model for our customers, which we've had great success in the past. The customers that we have really relate well to the interns when they come in.
That's fantastic. So what would be a good fit for you in this role? What major, what skill set, what would you be looking for that, this would allow this intern to be successful in the role, or, would kind of match with their interests?
Well, anyone that is interested in the social services, psychology background, social work, but also teaching. We've had some individuals that are interested in teaching. You can, anyone that wants to hone their skills on trust building. Trust building is our number one thing that we have to do with our customers. So if you want to work on your trust building skills as a counselor, also active listening skills, if you want to hone your ability or just find out, do I have good active listening skills as a teacher, as a counselor? This is where you're going to find that out. And also just your basic teaching skills. Can I break down a curriculum and teach someone a soft skill, how to relate to someone on an interview, and just empathy and compassion, anything like that, they'd be the right person.
And that's so great. So I think a lot of those majors, they're learning these different concepts in their classes. So this would be a great place to apply those concepts. You mentioned active listening and, being able to break down information in a way that people understand. So that's a great fit for education majors or professional studies in education. I know you've had several of those majors before and they've worked out really well.
Mm-hmm.
But like you mentioned, sociology, psychology would also be great fit. Because like you said, that trust building, that would be important in those majors as well. So, so tell us a little bit more about your organization. Why is it a great place to work?
Well, Washington Greene Job Training is a wonderful place to work. And we are located, our offices, in what they call Pennsylvania Career Links. So you're not only just working with our employees, but you're working with employees from other organizations. So the Pennsylvania Career Link is a building, and it is located in Mon Valley, Donora, if you're familiar with that area. That's where we have our Mon Valley office. And you would be located there, and you would have the classes, and you could teach the classes not only with our staff, but also relate and communicate with other organizations. And in fact, many interns, I can think of one right now that has, right from her internship, she went on to work at our sister agency because they were located in that PA career link. So you can find employment for yourself just from that internship and the networking that you make from being in the Pennsylvania Career Link. Pennsylvania Career Link has so many branches that you can network. And so in your sciences and your teaching, everything, you can get a lot of good references and recommendations just from that. So, and then the people are so nice because they're people like you. They're compassionate, they're empathetic, and we try and have a good time. You know, we work hard. We work hard with our customers to try and build them up, but we also understand that this work, it can burn you out. So we are very compassionate and try and have a good time and make it fun too. Good,
thank you. So you mentioned something I just kind of want to spin off of. So what are the aspects of your job that you love the most? And then on the flip side, what do you feel are some of the most frustrating parts of it? Because there's always that balance, right?
Right. So the part that I love the most, of course, is just being able to help our customers in the internal gratification that I get. To be honest, you're going to get customers that you work very, very hard for, and they are not going to say thank you. But if you are a person that gets that internal gratification, you don't need that. You don't need that thank you. But you are going to get some customers that thank you up and down and say, oh, you changed my life. These are life-changing goals that you are making for these individuals, and you are life-changing steps that you're helping them make. So you might see them later on in life and they thank you because of just the little things that you've done every day for them. There are some people that come in and they are resistant to change. You might give them some ideas or some suggestions to make better choices, and they don't take them. And that's the only frustrating part is that they could be better at what they're doing, and they're just not taking your advice or making the right choices. But maybe because you at least put that little suggestion in their head, that maybe later on they will.
Good. I think that's a great description, of the different things that somebody might experience, both the good and some of the challenges. So if a student were to take on this internship, what do you think would be a challenge for that student, or a learning curve, because an internship is really just about learning and gaining experience and applying what you're learning in the classroom and applying it to the field. So what are some challenges that they might experience, or just a learning curve, things that they'd have to learn on the job?
Yeah, I think it's just, like I said before, learning that trust building and the active listening, and learning that, people are people, and that you can't really determine how they're going to relate to you. So do the best you can and move forward every day with a new challenge. But if you're good at breaking down steps and reaching your own goals, I think you'd be a perfect fit for this. So there's not a real big learning curve I've seen for the interns. They pretty much come in with a base of what they can do for the program. So, but it's just relating to the customers.
Good. So how many hours a week, are there any, how many hours a week would you be open to an intern, and is that a paid intern?
Yes, we have done paid interns in the past. I believe it's at in the past, we've done $12 an hour, and it can go up to 32 hours a week, up to. So you don't have to do the 32 hours. You can do whatever you would like, but up to, and no more than 32.
Okay, good. So what would be the best way for students to apply, if they're interested?
I hope they can apply with you guys through the Cal U Center.
Yes, on Handshake.
On Handshake, there you go. And or they can email myself a resume.
Okay, and if anybody's interested, please reach out to me. Again, my name is Bridgett Nobili. The position is posted on Handshake. So that's calu.joinhandshake.com. And if you go to jobs and search for the company name, Washington Greene Job Training Agency, it will come up. But if not, I can always assist you with that. So, a final question. We know that a person's career path can take a lot of twists and turns, and it's not just a straight line, as you talked about with your own career path. So what was the best career advice that you received that helped you kind of get to the point where you are today in your career?
The best career advice I've ever received was that to take advantage of any opportunity that I have in front of me. So not to think that I can't learn from any experience, mm-hmm. that any experience that I have can maybe later on be used for the career path that I want to go to. So, and I've seen this from many people in my life that they said, I never thought I was going to use that. And then 20 years later, I'm using that skill that I learned. So don't think that certain things are, just silly to learn, or, I'll never use this, you can learn something from everybody, and knowledge is power. Yes. And please just take it all in. And especially individuals that have been in the field for a long time, take as much knowledge from them as possible, because they know, they've been there and they've seen it all and done it all. So that's the best advice, and I've tried to do that.
That is fantastic advice. Just really perfect advice. So Terri, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. It was great talking to you about you and your career path and the opportunity you have available with Washington Greene County Job Training Agency. So thank you, everybody, for joining us. Until next time.